if you live in a society where you actually can see the changes that is happening, for instance, if we're gonna change our car park, that's something that we're gonna see now. Maybe in 2 years' time, we're all gonna drive electric cars. Then you can actually feel and see big changes, not only what's going on in your own house, but also on a bit larger scale, because we are 150 people here, and now our heating system also has improved. We got a new heating system and new tubes in the ground, because they were losing a lot of heat before, and all these things is constantly present. So I think by living here, my general energy consumption has lowered a lot. Also because we don't spend that much, we don't consume that much anymore, and I think that's a huge part of also energy consumption is the consuming of and buying a lot of things that you maybe don't need that much. I really like the shared economy, also because we have employed people to take care of the economy, so I don't have to sit and do all my tax fillings myself. There are actually people who's taking care of that, and that's a huge relief for me. There's some other people who lives here who feels like it's difficult for them to what do you say, release that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I find it really really nice to give up all that economy thinking, because I think that's also a part of why I'm not thinking so much in economic terms anymore. Of course, when you live in the city, you're always bombarded with a lot of different so-called needs, or you walk by a store, just walking down the street, you walk by a store and you see a pair of cool pants, and then you see the price mark, and then you move on, and then you almost without really noticing, you think about, well, would that be something that I would consider buying? Is it because I think they're cool pants, but maybe they're also expensive? So, and then you have all that calculation in your mind, which you actually didn't choose. You just walked by a store, and it just came into your head somehow. And you don't get that in the first place when you live in the country, because there are no stores here. And here also not thinking so much about economy, because we're not even going much to the supermarket, and all the tax and stuff is taken care of. I find it really relieving. Skal vi have kirsebærmus? Skal vi have kirsebær sammen med mor? Yeah. Well, for me, that freedom of owning your own house, or being able to do whatever you want around your house, with nobody else to say what to do, it's not that important to me. And actually now, where we live here, we can do maybe even more than if we lived in a city area in a house, because there's also regulations about how high can your trees be and all that stuff. So my experience is actually that we have gained freedom by moving here. The economical freedom is maybe a bit diminished, but our daily life freedom has expanded enormously. So my experience is that I have actually gained freedom, and that's what people maybe do not see. But I had the same worries also before moving here, because I think a part of the Western way of thinking, or is that someday I'm gonna be rich. Someday I'm gonna be free and able to do whatever I want economically. And in some people that's a big voice, and in some people it's only a small voice, and maybe there's some people that doesn't have that voice, but it's such a strong voice in the society. So I think it operates in most people in Western societies. And by moving here and participating in our common economy, you have that ceiling, so to speak. There's you can't. You have to give up that dream somehow. And for most people, it is only a dream. So that was a worry for me in the beginning also. That well, by moving there, then what if, for me, what if I suddenly wrote a hit song and became a millionaire? Then I have to give all my money to Svanholm. That's just my perspective on this, and everybody else have their own story about how they might someday get rich. And that was a bit of a worry actually. And we also spoke to the people who lived here about how what's gonna happen if that's gonna be the case. But by living here, it's like, especially now when we have moved here, I feel like even if I was given $1 billion, that's a lot. I wouldn't live anywhere else. The bird song that you can hear is worth a lot of those dollars that I have to give up in my mind.
So you hear a different voice.
I hear maybe a different voice. Yeah. And the ability to be with other people, not only your family. When I lived in the city, just arranging to have somebody coming over for dinner would be another part of your schedule. So not only you have to go to work, meetings, and then at Saturday we also have a dinner with some friends. It's gonna be an extra thing in your mind. When you're here, you actually see people without scheduling it, and that's worth a lot, I think. Because basically, speaking about being free economically, you want to, what you want to gain is somehow peace of mind. And I think by not having to be that stressful also about seeing other people, about social life, I think you actually, I mean, you can't really, when you live in the city, you can't pay your way out of that.
Yeah.
Even if you're a billionaire, you're still busy, and your friends are still busy. So in that sense, you could say that's one of the things that we have bought by moving here.